Hello my darlings and welcome to a new vlog. It is Friday lunchtime and I have got a tomato soup on the Aga currently warming through. My tummy has been rumbling. It's actually my homemade kitchen garden soup which I have had to dilute so much with coconut cream because remember how I just went around the greenhouse and grabbed all of the little peppers, all of the little chilies and shoved them in? It is quite literally mind-blowing, mouth-blowing. It's a very hot and spicy soup, so luckily with an entire tin of coconut milk per portion, it is edible. And I'm going to deliver the rest of it over to Lila because I think today is the last day that we should be enjoying this soup. But it's just such a lovely, warming, delicious thing to have on a chilly autumnal Friday lunchtime. So I'm actually picking this vlog up right where I left off, literally moments after the end of the last vlog, and I did let you know at the end of the last vlog that I had something very exciting to tell you today, which you will find out in a matter of moments. I'm going to have my soup, make myself a nice nutmeg oat milk latte, and then we'll head upstairs and have a little chat. The outfit that I'm wearing today may be somewhat of a hint. I'm wearing the most gorgeous cable knit. I feel very chocolatey and autumnal today. Isn't that just the best way to feel on a Friday afternoon? Gorgeous chocolate coloured knit from Holland Cooper with the beautiful button detail, which I love. Oh my goodness, this is just the ultimate layering combo for underneath your gilets, your wax jackets, your fleeces, for a fabulous countryside outfit. The jeans as well. I just love this look, love it a lot. So anyway, my soup is starting to bubble, so let's enjoy, and then exciting news time. So I'm just making a chai and nutmeg latte and now adding, wow, mega frothed oat milk. I don't know why this has gone so much frothier than others. And then, oh my gosh, I can already smell how delicious this is going to be. And then I'm just grating some fresh nutmeg on top. The soup was delicious, by the way, very spicy. That looks absolutely delicious. Perfect after lunch treat, homemade nutmeg and chai oat milk latte, and then these are the apple and chai cupcakes that I made in the last vlog. What a treat. Okay my darlings, feeling very much energized after that lovely lunch, and I made a chaga chai and nutmeg latte. I added in some of my chaga mushroom powder from Dirty. I was just thinking we need to do like a roundup at the end of the year of all of the wellness trends that I have jumped on the bandwagon of this year, and maybe I'll rate them out of 10 and review all of these things that I get so excited by, mushrooms being the latest of them. Anyway, I digress. So we are here to discuss the very, very exciting and important topic that is my brand new edit with Holland Cooper. Hurrah! So that is the exciting news. So exciting, in fact, that it's actually obliterated the battery in my camera. And we're back. So yes, the exciting news is that I have curated an edit with my absolute favourites at Holland Cooper, which is truly such an exciting thing to be able to share with you. It's something that we've been working on for a little while now, and as their countryside ambassador, there is no surprise as to what kind of things you'll find in this edit. Basically the kind of things that you see me wearing all day, every day, whether it is the gilet that I layer up underneath my wax jacket on dog walks or on my foraging missions. It might be the wellies that I wear all the time, literally all the time. They are the comfiest things ever. all the way down to those more fashion forward pieces such as the beautiful polo necks, the capes and things like that. So first of all, before we go any further, just to let you know that there will be a link to the edit collection page at the top of the description box down below, so please go and check that out. We've got such a beautiful landing page. You can see some never seen before content, some really beautiful imagery and video, of course all of the pieces that are in my wardrobe and new pieces that you won't have seen before that are new on the site as part of the edit. Little quotes about why I love them so much and styling tips, all there on the edit page. I was thinking about this the other day, how since moving from London to the Cotswolds, my style has changed so much. I would say that I have become so much more confident and comfortable in more casual outfits, and I think that Holland Cooper has been such a saviour for me when it comes to finding a brand that produces pieces that are practical and very wearable in the Cotswolds and yet enable you to really elevate your look. And that's something that I think could have been really hard to achieve without all of these beautiful Holland Cooper pieces. Whether it's the beautiful material that the pieces are made out of, the craftsmanship, the design, just those intricate little details. For example, just the lovely addition of the gold buttons, which is so iconic for the brand on the sleeves. If I think to the gilets and the country fleeces, the leather detail, the trim, even the metal that they choose for the zips, Holland Cooper, they really think about all of those little details, which as someone with an eye for detail, I just really appreciate those elevated design details. Equally, it's been quite funny for me to witness in the last few years how this countryside kind of aesthetic has somehow become very on trend and very fashionable, whether you live in the countryside or not. So even if you're not living in the middle of nowhere like I am, if you live in a city or in the suburbs, then equally I think these pieces are just so wearable no matter where you live or your lifestyle. They're just incredibly versatile pieces. You could pair a top like this with your favorite pair of jeans. You could pair with a really fabulous wool skirt to really make it super feminine and elegant. Or for example, tomorrow I'm going to be in a muddy field all day watching Charlie play rugby. So brown leggings, a gilet, a wax coat, that is the perfect way to style them on a day like that. Holland Cooper is a brand that I find that I'm wearing their pieces every day, whether I know it or not. Even today, didn't even think about it, but my slippers are from Holland Cooper when it comes to those really chilly days. Hats, gloves, scarves, all the accessories, all of the wonderful little gifting pieces, home pieces. Oh my gosh, my dressing room just smells sensational thanks to the Holland Cooper candle. It is a brand I adore, and also, speaking about supporting local and British brands, they're less than an hour's drive from me where they are based, which is truly another reason why the brand is so close to my heart. So to have curated this edit with them is such a dream come true. I really hope you check out the page. I will leave a little preview of it on the screen here so you can see how beautiful it is. And I think what would be really lovely is if we go through a few of my favourite pieces from the edit. I'm sure most of them you'll already be familiar with them because I literally wear them all the time, which is so nice because it was such an easy decision with all these pieces. But then there are some, as I mentioned, some new bits that I know you guys are going to love. So let's start with what I'm wearing right now. As I mentioned, the chocolate brown, which I think is just becoming my absolute favourite colour this autumn winter. I have got a little thermal vest top on underneath this, which just makes it even cozier, perfect for when those temperatures do start to drop. And since lunch I've actually added the belt as well, which just really, in my opinion, completes and elevates the look. Their trousers, oh my gosh, if you have not tried on a pair of Holland Cooper trousers, they are the most flattering things in the entire world. If you don't even have a booty, these trousers, let me tell you, will give you a booty. They are so incredibly flattering. I'm really loving an all brown look at the moment, so this is how I've styled them today. Just working from home, so slippers on as well. To be honest, me showing you the bits in my edit is going to be a little bit of a treasure hunt because they're all around the house, because these are the pieces that I truly get so much wear out of. So let's head down to the kitchen and the dog's bedroom, or the boot room, and we'll talk fleeces. you showing everybody our lovely wellies, check. So, the boys are modelling my absolute favourite pair of wellies in the entire world. It is, of course, this fabulous pair. I could have cleaned them to show you them, but never trust someone with a clean pair of wellies. So these, as you can see, Dexy, I know, it's not time for a walkie just yet. Won't be long, baby. So these, as you can see, have got the most sensationally fluffy and soft and cozy lining. It just makes them the most incredibly comfortable wellies in the entire world. You don't get too warm when you're wearing them. There is something incredibly temperature regulating about them. This colour in the green is my absolute favourite, and this little gold emblem on the front not only ties in your outfit if you happen to be wearing a belt or something like that from Holland Cooper, but just really, again, elevates what is a very classic countryside piece. Wouldn't you agree, my little bunny? And then, of course, the country fleece. Oh my goodness, these are little details that I mean that are just so exceptional with Holland Cooper pieces. This little patch back here on the sleeves, and also mine and Charlie's love for antique bronze and antique brass is very well documented. Well, guess what colour the zip is? They didn't just go for any random silver zip, no, it's antique brass. These are the level of details that I truly appreciate with Holland Cooper pieces. This is gonna make the boys think we're going for a WALK, because this is what I grab every time we head out into the fields. Fantastic for layering. At this time of year when it's not too chilly outside, you just need a little something over your shoulders. This is absolutely perfect. It's that absolutely spot on kind of chocolatey green colour, which is the ultimate in the countryside tone, I would say. You do have little pockets which actually have press studs on, so if you pop your phone in there, or let's be totally honest, it's nearly always dog poo bags, I'm sorry, but I'm just being real with you, it's not that glamorous, then they're not going to fall out, and yet you've got somewhere to keep your hands nice and toasty warm. This trim is absolutely gorgeous. You've got the little antique brass HC logo on the zip pull. It's just such an elevated countryside essential piece, so it's a no-brainer to, of course, add the country fleeces into the edit. Do you know what? While we're here, let's quickly head out into the greenhouse and do a spot of watering. I've never known somebody to be such a little sun worshipper. You are so funny. You are such a funny boy. Make the most of it, bunny. I don't think we've got much more of this glorious sunshine. Okay, my darlings, we are back up here to discuss the very important topic of the gilet, aka the most worn and most spotted item of clothing throughout the Cotswolds. It is quite funny. We might be out on a dog walk and bump into a farmer who has been farming that exact field for 50 years, and then we'll go to Dalesford where there's city folk that have come to experience the countryside for the day, and everyone is wearing a gilet. So of course I had to put a few of my absolute favourites into the edit. At this time of year, when we start to get a few little drizzles and we just need to have something a bit warm and practical, great for gardening, great for foraging and all of the wonderful activities that we're doing at this time of year, this one is such a favourite. It kind of gives the look of a wax jacket, but in gilet form, which I love. I absolutely adore this cord detail on the collar. You can really create the most elegant and feminine silhouette with this because it's got little drawstrings here, so you can cinch it in and give yourself that really wonderful silhouette. I like to wear mine open because the outfit underneath can then do a little bit of the talking as well. It pairs perfectly with the neutrals in the rest of the Holland Cooper collection. Of course, on the Holland Cooper website there are some really beautiful, colourful pieces as well, but in this edit everything is very tonal, very easy to pair together. So let's do a little bit of a zip up. You've actually got the very jazzy ability of undoing the zip from the bottom if when you're walking you really want to get a pace on you and have it flapping open if you just need a little bit more air. So you can wear it like so, or do it traditionally all the way up and down. There's little press studs, and what I think is so clever is the pocket detail, or are the pocket details. You can go in this way, then you can also go in this way. Two separate pockets, very, very practical. They really have, as always, thought of absolutely everything. This one is great for days when there might be a little bit of a shower. I personally really like driving in this as well. Something about the gilet being free of material on the arms just makes you feel a lot more like you're able to move your arms a bit. So if you're gardening, if you're foraging, cooking, whatever, then a gilet is a fantastic option. I'm saying all this, but I have to give credit to Charlie. He is the OG king of the gilet. I've never known anyone to have as many gilets as him, and now that we're approaching October, when you're watching this it will actually be October, I think October should just be renamed Gilet Month, to be honest, because from October onwards, guarantee you, Charlie Irons will be wearing a gilet every single day, and when they come as beautiful as this, I think I might just join him. So this one is different in style. It is far... Ooh, I did not even know that that came off. Oh my goodness. Always learning about new design details on these gilets. So this one, I would say, gives a slightly sportier look. I think there is something quite flattering about an ultra padded gilet and a slim fit jodhpur style trousers. These are technically called the jodhpur jeans, which I absolutely love. This is so warm and cozy. Your friends will not want to stop hugging you when you're wearing this, because it is like 50 pillows all sewn in together. You've got a really nice, comfy, squishy collar. It's that kind of material that just repels the rain. It keeps you so warm thanks to all of these padded layers. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. You get a little bit of... Ooh, what have I left in the pocket from last year? Holland Cooper sunglasses. Thought I'd lost these. Oh my gosh, these are fabulous for that low autumn winter sunshine. How fun. Wondered where they'd got to. Yeah, once again, really nice big pockets. Holland Cooper traditional waxed garments. This genuine Holland Cooper product has been crafted from waxed cotton. The finishing process was traditionally used in sailing clothes dating back to the 15th century. Made popular by farmers and gamekeepers, waxed coated products were adopted as the first choice waterproof clothing for the British Armed Forces during World War II. Each individual product harbours its own unique aesthetic appeal, as well as providing weatherproofed protection. It sure does. I have learned something new about waxed garments. Didn't know that it was popular in World War II and from the sailing community. So there we go. I just love the marriage of British tradition and history within the brand of Holland Cooper. Again, just makes me fall in love with it even more. So here we go. You'll have seen me wearing this so very often. It's such a practical piece, and yet even though it's like full on, it's clearly a countryside look, I still feel stylish, which is something that I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous about when moving from the city to the countryside. I thought, gosh, I'm going to be wearing practical clothes all the time, am I going to lose my sense of style? But I truly have Holland Cooper and their pieces to thank for that not being the case. So, very grateful. Okay. Of course we had to have some other footwear other than wellies in the edit, so these are a real favourite of mine and they are suede. So the first thing I would say is, you know, you've got to do liquid proof. You need to spray liquid proof on these, and that essentially makes them waterproof. Okay. Design details, once again, that little gold detail down by the heel, the HC logo here at the top, just so lovely that they think of all these design details. Okay, we'll pop you down over there so you can see just what a flattering boot these are. The way that they have got that slight bit of elasticity to the back of them here, they just cling to the leg in all the right places, giving you that slim fit down below, which, as I said, the contrast of the slim fit with the padded gilet I think is very flattering indeed. The jeans do have little pockets, jodhpurs rather I should say, because they have got that really nice stretch to them. You still get that Holland Cooper booty effect, and the boots are just the perfect finishing touch. I could do a mega long dog walk in these, especially now that they have been sprayed, so they are water resistant. Great grip on the sole, just a slight elevation to the heel, and yet if we happen to stumble across a gorgeous Cotswold pub and we fancy going in for a glass of something or just to sit by the fire and catch our breath with the doggies, then I feel smart. I feel very practical and ready for the elements, and yet smart enough that I could bump into friends at a Cotswold pub and still feel really elevated in my outfit. Okay, my darlings, we are into something a little bit different. You'll have seen the trousers before because I've been wearing these a lot lately. The top, however, you may not have seen before. It's one of their new pieces, fantastic for layering. It is their long sleeve V-neck tee. I find them just perfect for tucking into the jodhpur style jeans. This is the fabulous caramel colour. Again, you've got so many lovely details going on here, and I've paired with the fabulous heeled boots, which are of course sprayed thoroughly with suede spray. I also love wearing these jeans with boots that are going to get muddy outside. They're just a perfect countryside piece. So I'm going to show you, and by the way, there are a few different colours of this top. I've got it in navy, it's also available in oatmeal, and you've got, of course, the lovely detail of the buttons up on the shoulder. Wow, I'm getting dazzled. So I'm going to use this base outfit to show you a few really exciting new pieces which you can layer up on top of this. So this is the roll neck cape in the stunning deep emerald colour. You do want to have something long sleeve underneath. A body would also be perfect. The colour of this I just think is absolutely gorgeous. One shoulder is left plain and the other shoulder has got the button detail, giving the effect that you've kind of buttoned yourself into the cape. A cape for me is such an elegant piece if you know that you're going to be spending all afternoon in a cozy pub, or if you are going to be spending an afternoon at a friend's house, just wearing a cape over the top. Even just super casual leggings really elevates the outfit. The way that this hangs, it is so beautiful, so feminine and elegant. And yeah, I just absolutely love the colour of this one. I think it's such a rich kind of regal emerald colour. It's so cosy. When we have got friends coming over on Sunday for our Sunday roast, I think this is going to be the piece de resistance for the outfit of the day. So living in the countryside does mean that some very practical pieces are required, and this is the Juliana quilted jacket. Such a practical piece, really nice and lightweight. It's a fantastic piece for kind of throwing in the back of the car if you're heading out for the afternoon and you don't know if you're going to need an extra layering piece. It's very fitted, it's very feminine and incredibly flattering, I have to say. You've got almost like a ribbed detail going down the sleeves and then quilted on the bodice. You have got the Holland Cooper crest here in antique bronze and this slight military detail here on the shoulders. Antique kind of bronze zip, side slanted pockets, and I think the reason, or one of the reasons it's so flattering, is this section here, which is almost like that accordion style, so it really does just fit you absolutely perfectly. I love it. This is such a fantastic piece for all of the things that I keep mentioning: dog walks, trip to the farmer's market. Whatever you are up to on your countryside weekend, then this is the perfect outfit and jacket for it. Again, trade the heel boots for wellies and you've got a really gorgeous look. Now, it is possible that I have saved the best till last. This may be the first time you're seeing this piece. This is the Brooke quilted cape jacket. Yes, it is combining the practicality of a jacket. It is in fact waterproof, or this water resistant material, and the fashion of the cape. I absolutely love it. I think it is such a flattering piece as well, having the volume at the top, a slim fit down at the bottom. It's in this beautiful olivey colour, which just pairs in with the rest of my wardrobe so perfectly. Let me tell you, when we go for a walk tomorrow, ooh, do you know what? I think this is what I should wear to watch Charlie play rugby. It's just going to be such a functional and yet fashionable piece, which is what I absolutely adore Holland Cooper for. Really beautiful detail. You've got the little popper here where you can have it open or closed if you want to be, you know, all snuggled up inside. Personally, I like to have that little closure for my arms. You can, of course, button the neckline all the way up when it starts to get really chilly in winter. I'll be wearing chunky knits, and of course the edit does include some of my favourite chunky knit pieces, whether it's the plain or the basket weave or some of the patterned weaves as well. You guys have seen me wearing these 10 million times. Does anyone do a patterned jumper quite as well as Holland Cooper? Oh my gosh, I love them so much. They are there so that I can grab them, and they are on constant rotation. But yes, you could absolutely wear a chunky knit underneath this. You're going to be seeing me wearing this a lot in autumn winter. So my darlings, oh my gosh, I feel like we've not even scratched the surface. We've not even talked about handbags. Of course, the classic Holland Cooper saddle bag, had to include that in the edit. And completing the country looks with some of their gorgeous hats. Not just for fashion, these hats keep your head seriously warm. They are made from a felted, ooh, push it on the right way around, Doris. They're made from a felted wool, and it just stops the heat from escaping out of your head. Such a perfect countryside look. So all of these fabulous accessories are included in the edit as well. What I'm going to do while I start to think about what I'm going to make for my dinner is I'm going to share with you guys the most beautiful video clips that I have filmed with some of my favourite pieces from the edit that I filmed with Kat over the last couple of weeks. You may have already spotted a few sneak peeks. I have been dropping a few little sneaky bits in here and there, but yes, I'm going to leave you with the video. As I mentioned, the edit page will be at the very top of the description box. I'm so excited to finally be sharing this with you. A brand that I adore, a partnership that I could not be any more proud of. So thank you to you guys, thank you to the Holland Cooper team. It is a dream, and I hope you enjoy this little video. Sorry, I will actually let you watch the video in a second, but I can't believe I didn't show you when this was on, the detail, because I've been talking about the detail in everything. So not only do we have just this beautiful, again, antique brass chain, it's these little details. This is a chain that you hang it up with. It's not going to snap off like those flimsy fabric straps that you get on so many things. And look at this gorgeous leather detail at the back here. You've got the crest and antique brass. You've got this little kind of sporty strip here, and the plaque. It's just so beautifully made. It really is. The detail, the thought, the attention, it's just stunning. Okay, enough fangirling, and here's the video. Bunny, you come down with your mummy? So it has become just a really lovely, very still and calm autumn evening.
My dahlias are looking so colourful and fabulous. Look at this little cluster over here, and yet I can tell that it's been a little while since I've been down here and properly spent some time. We've got a dahlia on the floor, we've got tomatoes that are going completely wild, we've got some finished gladiola over there, and lots of roses that need deadheading. I mean, these tomatoes really look awful. They all need to come up now. They're not going to ripen or grow anymore. So while it's still light, probably got another hour, I would say, of daylight that's usable today. So I'm going to bring a big gardening bucket down here and just be a little bit brutal, pull lots of bits up and do a big old tidy. Side note, this 8-ball courgette is still producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little courgettes in here. It's amazing. This has by far been my most productive courgette of the entire season.
Good morning, my darlings. It is Saturday morning and we've had a lovely start to the day. An hour-long walk over the fields, and it's such a gorgeous day. It's trying to be sunny, but it's like that hazy, misty cloud, which is so, so beautiful. I popped on the jacket that I showed you yesterday, which I absolutely love, and then didn't show you this yet. This is called the Daisy Jumper, and it's just one of those really easy to throw on pieces with the HC branding. I love the long cuffs on this, again with all of the buttons. So beautiful. Nice little layering piece. So this is our loot from our walk. Lots of black currants, blackberries, which I'm going to give a really good wash now, because these are going to be the centerpiece of my crumble tomorrow. We've got, it's going to be 9 of us, no, 7 of us tomorrow, so I'm going to be making a nice big crumble. But first of all, need to give these a really good clean, and then Charlie and I are going to make a nice breakfast to fill Charlie up, because he's got his first rugby match of the season today, and then we're going to be driving over to Surrey. Not my best looking omelette slash scrambled egg, but this is the egg whites that were left over from when I used the yolks in this morning's cinnamon ice cream that we're going to have tomorrow. And then I grabbed some kale from the garden, a little bit of parmesan, and a nice seeded sourdough for breakfast. Yummy! Okay, my darlings, made it to Surrey, and I've just dropped Charlie off at the clubhouse for his rugby game. He's very excited, a little bit nervous. Last time it took him about 3 weeks to recover from the battering that he got in his first game. So we're either going to have a very happy Charlie or a very grumpy Charlie, or both. We shall see. But they have like team prep and training and blah 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 for an hour and a half until kickoff. So I am going to go and run a few errands. I'm going to go and find a local farm shop. I do need to find a few bits and bobs for our roast tomorrow. Butter, double cream, vanilla bean paste, and I really just need a nice coffee as well. Luckily, just had a quick Google, and there's a pick your own and farm shop 6 minutes away, so that is where we're heading. It's called the Crockford Bridge Farm. Yeah, 6 minutes, perfection. Okay, so let's head there. Well, I certainly know that I'm in Surrey and not in the Cotswolds anymore, because people actually have normal sized car here, and not every single car being a 4x4. I feel like I'm driving a tractor through the streets here. So turns out that Crockford Farm and Weybridge Garden Centre, even better, are right next to each other. So I have come to the perfect place to spend an hour and a half. I think I might start in the garden centre, because there's more chance of there being somewhere I can grab a coffee. I bought with me this lovely Stanley flask, because this keeps your coffee warm for up to 9 hours, between 7 and 9 hours. It was a lovely gift on our Kin House staycation with Elizabeth Arden. So I'm going to take this in and sip it very slowly, so it'll keep me warm while I'm on the rugby sidelines. But yeah, this looks like a gorgeous little place, so let's go and check it out. Someone tell me, who is buying spray painted heathers? This is the most awful thing I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got to say, I'm not hugely impressed so far, but I found this cute little suede velvety pumpkin. I think this could look quite nice as part of a tablescape. Got lots of velvety little pumpkins actually. I think I might just get a few of the green. I've got to say, these skimia look really nice in pots on an autumnal porch. I think we're a little bit too far from home for me to be stopping
stocking up on things like this, but if you've got any old terracotta pots, then it's really nice to fill them and decorate with these at this time of year. And then of course, after you are bored of your autumnal porch or switching it up into a Christmas one, you can just plant them in your garden. You know, we've got those giant wooden crates either side of the kitchen door full of these, and they just look so lovely. Beautiful selection of hydrangea. I love the ones where the leaves and the petals are starting to turn these deeper colours at this time of year. And these with the darker brown colours, these would look gorgeous for an autumnal display. So lovely. You often see people that live in the beautiful brown step buildings in New York having pots and pots of chrysanthemums, especially in yellows and reds and oranges at this time of year. They're a little bit spring-like, these colours, too many lilacs and whites. They are beautiful and literally a fraction of the price that they are at Burford Garden Company, but just not quite the right colours. However, I have got a couple of these, not actually sure what they are. I think it's a type of fern maybe? No, I'm not sure. And I thought they would look great on my tablescapes in some of my lovely old terracotta pots. Well, this looks rather cute. Great success. Managed to get my chai latte. I've left it in the car with my plants, and now we're going to go and check out this farm. I think it's a pick your own pumpkin patch, which is adorable, and hopefully I'll be able to find the little farm shop as well. Well, this is rather cute. They've got loads and loads of the traditional bright orange pumpkins. I'm going to see if I can find a few gnarly ones, but so nice to see something like this out here. Beautiful. I'm going to get picking. I've got to say, if you want the gnarly ones, I think you have to come quite soon, because it's mostly just the traditional orange ones that are left, and everyone seems to be picking the unusual ones. I love the knobbly ones. I will of course be going to Glebe Farm next door to us to get some as well, but for my Sunday roast table tomorrow I'm doing a harvest theme, so this is perfect. These ones I think are the sugar pumpkins, and they're actually the best if you want to make a pumpkin puree for putting in macaroni cheese or risottos or anything like that, so worth getting a few of these as well. Okay, I take back what I said earlier. The more unusual ones are just down the far end. We've got some of these multicoloured ones which are really beautiful. Gosh, there's so many. This place is absolutely huge. Well, sadly, luckily I managed to get my pumpkins, but sadly the farm shop, the lady said, shut down 2 years ago, which is such a shame, so I'm going to have to go to a supermarket to get the bits that I need for the roast tomorrow. But yes, I got a whole host of pumpkins for a gorgeous harvest table tomorrow. Oh, it is pretty toasty, and my battery's about to run out, so I might have to film the rest of the clips for this afternoon on my iPhone, so apologies in advance. Probably have 1 minute left of battery on here, but I did shoot some clips of the game on my phone, so hopefully they turned out alright. Such a good game. The final score was approximately 57 to the boys, to the OGs, and around 27 to the visitors. So they did so well. My first time in 12.5 years seeing Charlie get a try. He did such a good job. He played so well. he did have to come off about 15 minutes before the end, and the physio ran over to him because he was limping and on the floor, and his feet were in agony. And I overheard him say to the physio, "Sorry mate, it's the boots, it's because I'm so used to wearing wellies." And it just made me chuckle. I also heard him using loads of gardening terminology when he was cheering on the team, like "chop and drop lads, chop and drop," which is a Hugh Richards gardening terminology. But yes, fantastic game. I've just driven down to the clubhouse and I'm gonna head after a very successful game. Well done, darling. I think this is gonna be our new post-match tradition. On this
cheers
burger.
me with an onion ring.
I'll cheers you with a chip.
Cheers with a chip. Cheers.
Well played, mate.